Match notes, ladies and gentlemen. We got Double or Nothing right around the corner, and we gotta talk about it. We got like 15 matches here, and some of them are actually pretty darn good. Like the first one, I think we should touch on is the Anarchy in the arena. Pretty much the biggest match of the pay per view. We got Okada, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Jack Perry versus Bryan Danielson, the newly added Darby Allin, Dax Hardwood, and Cash Wheeler, aka FDR, going up against each other. Fellas, what do you think? How was the build up? Are you excited for this match? I'm gonna start with Brian this time.
Oh man, I'm kind of excited for this match, bro. I was just saying this is probably one of the matches I would like to see in person. Uh, I'm kind of just I don't know. I feel like there's been some cool build lately. Like in this episode, we seen a little build at the end. I just wish that Bryan Danielson didn't feel like just thrown in there. I remember we were watching the show one night and we were like, dog, like they're just putting him in this match.
Yeah.
But that may just be like my me not paying enough attention because I felt like he just got thrown in there along with Eddie Kingston at one point. But I still think this is gonna be a good match, bro. This is a good match. We're gonna see Jack Perry in action since the first time since Real Glass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to this match.
I like how you said you would like to see this in person. So that's why I'm gonna throw it to Omer because you've seen Anarchy in the arena in person before, right, Omer?
Yes, I did. I was there last year. Even got a little bit of blood on my shoe from it, and it was a hell of a memory.
What blood was it? You remember?
Patreon.com/Real Take Wrestling. Find that out. But I can say this. Watching that match live, if you're going to be there in the MGM Grand Garden Arena, you are in for a treat. Anarchy in the arena, Stadium Stampede, whatever they want to call it. Fantastic match if you're there. People are going to be fighting in the crowd. People are going to be fighting in the ring. People are going to be fighting in the ramp. There's going to be music playing. It is always a fun time. And honestly, even when you're watching at home, it's a fun time because it's a different presentation. You know you're in to see some absolutely insane stuff. And I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's exciting. I personally have loved the build to this. And one thing I think people need to keep in mind, right? AEW has always kind of been a slow build company when it comes to like, you know, building up and crescendoing these storylines. And this is not the last we're going to see of this Elite versus AEW feud, right? We're going to probably see this play out in some way, shape, or form in Blood and Guts, or maybe even into All In. So I think people need to remember, this is like, there's phases to this, like just like Marvel. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4. We'll get to that. One thing I will say is, you know, like, I think the people that they have in this match are pretty good. One thing I would have liked to have seen was maybe a little bit more of a focus on, you know, the four pillars thing. Like, if they had been able to bring back MJF for this match, it would have been great. Obviously, Max is dealing with whatever injury he's dealing with. Hopefully, he gets well soon, and he's back by full Forbidden Door, excuse me. But I think I that's the only criticism I could say. Like, Eddie Kingston, I don't think there's anyone who represents like the heart and soul of AEW than Eddie Kingston. Like, he's that locker room leader. Same with Bryan. Like, remember, Tony Khan said that if anything ever happened to him, he would want Bryan Danielson to run the company. Like, that's the person that he's basically inheriting AEW to if anything should happen to him. So, you know, I think like there is that like element in there. But I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be a fun show. I can't wait.
Yeah, when you said the pillars thing, like where's Sammy Guevara? That's my question. But yeah, it's like one other thing you said that was that this match is going to be different, and I think because of that, it's worth watching honestly. Because yeah, we only see this type of match once a year, so it's always a fun time. Kenny, I'm gonna ask you a different question. We're gonna move on to Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. Now, you know, in the latest Dynamite, we saw some blood dropping, and you know, that caught a lot of people's attention. How do you feel about this feud? How do you feel about this match? Are they about to blow the roof off of the arena?
I really like
Malachi Black, one of my favorites. I like the dark character, so he's one of my guys. I loved to see the bloodbath come back on AEW Dynamite because that's something Edge used to do when he was with the Brood. Now, here's where we could see a WWE legend. I'll call the guy a legend. This is where
Ooh.
we could see the return of a WWE legend because Adam Copeland said before that he wanted to get Gangrel back at WWE, but they canceled Christmas on it. And now that we see him actually turn into this dark character, he's been kind of transforming into over the last few weeks as he's been dealing with Malachi Black.
Yeah.
We saw him do the same thing to Julia Hart. Now it looks like he's taken over Adam Copeland. I think we definitely see Gangrel at Double or Nothing. Does he come out with Adam Copeland in the entrance? I don't know. Or he could come out and kind of cost Malachi Black the match. So there's a lot they can do here, and I think this will kind of get Adam Copeland back on track where he has kind of cooled off since he came back. Now, along with that, do you make the crazy decision in another match later on this night? We'll talk about that soon, but let's go ahead and move on to Brian. Brian, what do you think about this match? Because I know you've been kind of critical on Adam Copeland in AEW.
Yeah, I've been slightly critical on him. He's had some good matches, but I think this feud, I really like this one, bro. I think I can't really decide between this one and Christian Cage. I think that this has been some of his best work in AEW, and I'm actually enjoying the little cryptic stuff that's going on and all that. The bloodbath was really good. I thought that was a really cool segment in the show. I don't really got much more to say, man. I think this is gonna be a good match, and Mr. Black is finally getting what he wanted with the singles action. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
He deserves
Much
it.
needed.
yeah,
Much
man.
needed.
It's been a while, and I know that people were talking about his contract. That brother's locked up to like 2027 or something like that. So he ain't going nowhere, man. I'm glad that they're giving him his time. So I don't really got too much complaints about this. I think
Fair
this is
enough.
going to be a good match. The feud has been good. This is probably one of the best built matches for the show, in my opinion, that I've constantly been seeing getting built throughout Dynamite.
Omer, do you feel the
Yeah.
same? Are you confident on this
Yeah, I
match as
think-
well? Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this match. Adding the element of a barbed wire steel cage is just next level, and it adds to
Right.
And I didn't
the,
even
the
mention
dark
that.
theme.
Wait, a
That's why
steel
I got
cage is
you,
involved
man.
with this match?
Yes.
A
Yeah,
Actually.
barbed
barbed wire
wire
steel
steel
cage.
Forgot
cage,
that.
Brian. You can't even escape from the
Ah.
top because it's got barbed wire all around it. It's gonna be a hell of a time, bro. I can't wait for you to watch it. But I think there's a lot of elements that are gonna be fun about this match. Personally, and I'm gonna say this might shock people, I think Adam Copeland should lose this match, and I think that there's a world here where you get Adam Copeland losing the TNT title, and then Christian Cage losing like his last chance here at the world title. And I think we're gonna see exactly what Copeland said would play out. That when they don't need him anymore, the prodigy Nick Wayne and Kill Switch will toss him to the side, turn on him, and then the one person who's always going to be there no matter what to have his back is going to be Adam Copeland. And I think this could be a way, and this could be the beginning of putting these guys back together, because we all know we want to see that Edge and Christian run in AEW. We want to see that last run. And look, like Kenny said, we could get Gangrel. Give me the full Brew back together. Look, I don't care how old he is. Get him in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, properly this time, because when they debuted back in the day, man, with Edge cutting that promo, if you know that promo, that was tough. So seeing the evolved version of that would be pretty sick in 2024. I have no qualms about this. Yeah, I do think this might be one of the best matches of the night, because Adam Copeland or Christian, they somehow, even when the match seems so disinteresting, they pull it out, man. They somehow make it happen, and yeah, they pull it out and show us. What about Mercedes Monet? Do you think she's gonna be able to pull out the victory and take the AEW TBS Championship in her first ever match in AEW against Willow Nightingale? Let's start with Omer again.
Oh, well, I'm just going to shock y'all. No. I think Mercedes should lose. Have her job in her first match in the company. And then, I'm telling you, because we always go through this. Everyone debuts in AEW. Oh, they're looking at they debuted, they won, and everyone's so happy. At a certain point, we got to buck that trend. We got to break it, and we have to surprise people. But you can do it in a way that's effective and tells a story. Because Mercedes has always been at her best when she was a heel. You have a chance here in Willow Nightingale to build up an already awesome babyface. Like, the promo she's been cutting in this feud have been absolutely spectacular. Like, the evolution of Willow Nightingale has been amazing to watch. I know Kenny's raved about it a bunch, and I'm sure he will in just a second, but I think that there's a story to tell with Chris Statlander and potentially Stokely Hathaway maybe turning on Willow Nightingale and, you know, building up Mercedes Moné, giving her her own stable, making her feel like Moné, and then eventually, you know, winning the TBS championship from Willow at whenever the next time is they face. I think there's a natural story to go there. And look, what better way to bring out another edgy side of Mercedes Moné than have her lose in the moment that everyone expects her to win? That failure could drive her very far.
All right. Kenny, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Willow has shined in this feud. I'd say even more than Mercedes, because she was coming in and she was supposed to be the big star that sets AEW on fire. And I just really haven't been impressed by what she's been doing. But Willow, she has been impressing me. Omar, you said you were going to shock us. I'm not shocked at all, because I agree. I think Willow Nightingale should actually win this. And, you know, I don't know how we do it. Maybe you tell a story where Mercedes doubting herself and then she walks away from this as the loser. I don't know. I think she's too cocky for that. So I think they will do some type of dirty finish where those other girls do turn on Willow. They end up beating her down. And I think Mercedes is definitely walking out of here with the championship. Unfortunately, making Willow our first transitional TBS champion. So I'm interested in this one. This is one of the most interesting matches of the night to me, because we haven't seen Mercedes wrestle in AEW yet. She's coming, and I don't know.
Literally.
We'll see. Can she make it out uninjured?
So 1 for 1, Brian.
Homer's face.
I love how he swerved us there.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Me personally, this match is everything that's wrong with AEW, realistically speaking, man. You know what I'm saying? I like Mercedes, you know what I'm saying? I like the theme song, it's catchy, all that. But I don't know, man. I think that Mercedes should have wrestled before. If she wasn't ready to wrestle before, I think they should have still built her up through matches. They gave her way too much promo time. She can't cut a promo for nothing in her life. And it's just where I'm at. I am interested in this match because, again, this is one of the most built matches in the show. But, you know, sometimes I just got to be critical, bro. And this Mercedes match right here, she hasn't really impressed me throughout her run. So I hope that this match right here really wakes something up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that this is the beginning of a good run by Mercedes. But these promos, man, I feel like they just had her debut too early. And that's just where I stand with that. They could have waited a little bit. And make some shake, but yeah, man, we'll see what happens with this match. But again, one of the most built matches. I'm excited to see Willow. I think Willow should win this match, but with everything that they've invested into Mercedes, at least these past couple months, there's no way she walks out without this championship on Sunday.
I think if she loses, she's gonna throw a fit. So because of that, she's winning. And yeah,
female Phil, man.
maybe. Oh yeah, maybe. It's been rough for Mercedes.
Do you put the TBS championship on Mercedes Moné when you know she wants to be at that women's championship level? Because if you put that on her, now she can't fight the Tony Storms, the Britt Bakers.
Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing?
No, I mean, she could definitely fight Britt Baker for this TBS title. It's okay to have both titles elevated. I just think that,
right?
Like, before they just gave her the shot, I just felt like there should have been something more in there. That's where my critics
couple of
come
matches,
in. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Because I don't know, Omar, you would know better. Is the ranking system still a thing in AEW? I don't really hear them talking about it no more.
No,
straight answer.
Christian Cage's last match before this world title
match
coming up he lost to Adam Copeland. So
okay, fair enough. Yeah, I was just wondering because I know that there was a report that they brought it back and they talked about it on the show for once, and then I haven't heard it since. So I'm just trying to make sure, because that's why I said, like, dude, like, rankings never work in wrestling because you can't do stuff like this without it making sense. But you know, now that I know that for sure that's gone, I guess I'm not too mad about it anymore at this point, but I still feel there should have been something in between this match. That's just my 2 cents.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'd say we have one more big match left. All the other ones are cool, but I think we can go over them quickly, to be honest with you. Like, for example, what's that, Kenny?
Everybody can pick one that they're looking forward to as far as the little matches.
Okay. Like, for example, we got Chris Jericho versus the eliminator winner for the FTW Championship.
Is that the one you're most interested in out of the smaller matches?
Good
No,
for you,
I'm
bro. Good
I'm
for
just
you.
counting. I'm just counting.
Okay.
Larry
Well, I
got?
would say it like this.
Tree.
So the one I'm most interested in, I would say, just because I like Tony Storm, is Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb. I don't like Serena Deeb. I don't know why she's in this match, but I want to see Tony Storm wrestle at Double or Nothing. So I'm excited to see that match. Kiddo, of the small matches, what do you say?
Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta, because this has been
Story.
interesting. They've told a good story, so I want to see if it's gonna reach a big crescendo and we're gonna have some cool story moment happen in this match and be a first for Orange Cassidy. I'm obviously being facetious, but I want to see this match for sure.
Omer?
Inosuke Takeshita versus John Moxley eliminator
Banger.
match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Banger.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Brian?
From what? From the little matches?
Yeah.
Smaller matches.
Oh,
That we
Um,
haven't talked about.
None of these
What about
matches
that?
are really too interesting. No, I'm just playing. We're gonna go with the Will Ospreay and Roderick Strong, bro. I'm always
Are
down
we
for a
leaving
Will
that on the
Ospreay
board?
match. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that, bro. Hopefully that match delivers, as every Will Ospreay match pretty much delivers at this point. So looking forward to that one, man. They about to put
wins
the
that?
strap on my boy. Let's get it.
Put the strap on Will Ospreay?
I think so, bro. There's no way he loses this match.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. But what's even crazier is the main event of the evening. We got Swerve Strickland, the champion, going up against his challenger, Christian Cage, in an AEW World Heavyweight Championship match. No, nothing. Normal match. You know what I mean? No trickery. I mean,
Straight up
it seems like the result seems to be obvious though, Kenny. Wouldn't you agree?
Is it obvious? Because I was saying AEW, we saw the ratings dipping and dipping and dipping and dipping. They could do something drastic here. Edge could come out the winner in his match, Adam Copeland. And what if they did something crazy where we get that Brood debut where Adam Copeland goes heel? Christian
Ooh.
was great with the AEW TNT
TNT
championship.
championship.
So what if Gangrel comes out with Edge? They do something, beat Swerve Strickland down. He takes that championship off of Swerve. They put it on Christian, and from there, I mean, we got a crazy big story in AEW. It would kind of hurt Swerve, but you know what? Drastic times call for drastic measures. That was a great
man.
Dragon Ball Z
He been more boring than Samoa Joe, by the way, and you was crapping on Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe is the one who tanked everything in the first place.
Come
No,
on,
no, no.
man.
It's been worse. It's been worse since Swerve's been champ, bro. I'm not even hating on Swerve. I like Swerve.
But I mean,
It's over,
you know
fellas.
What? If you cut a wound, it's going to take time to heal.
It's
Samoa
not
Joe
healing, my
put a
brother. It's getting
wound in the
worse.
company. So they're going to have to do something big to patch that wound up.
MJF.
Well, Kenny.
MJF
Maybe,
couldn't
maybe.
do it at this point. You need something bigger.
Ooh, wow. Well, I like your idea about, Adam Copeland turning heel and stuff like that. I like Christian as a World Heavyweight Champion because he's my favorite AEW wrestler, so why the hell not? But, Brian, you seem to be heated up about this, man. What's your prediction?
Nah, man. Kenny, you kind of swerved me just now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ratings is low. You got to make something. You got to make something happen. I do like Swerve a lot, though, man. I just feel like with the company struggling like this in terms of ratings right now, maybe they want to try and make something happen. You got Adam Copeland, one of the former biggest WWE stars, maybe make some shake with Christian Cage. I don't know. It's tough the way that they could go with this, but it would definitely be a shocker. I didn't think of Swerve as one of like a transitional champion per se.
Yeah.
He would only have it for a month if he loses at Double or Nothing. So it would definitely be interesting. But I think I'm on board with you, bro. I think Christian Cage somehow pulls out the undeniable and he wins this match. And Adam Copeland and Gangrel, bro, doing some work over there, bro. That I ain't gonna lie, that could cook low key, bro. I would actually be tuning in to AEW for this. But if I'm being honest, man, I feel like so far, Swerve's title reign hasn't been what I expected it to be.
But
Yeah.
what do you think? So you would say Samoa Joe's was up there and Swerve's is just not up there?
So far, yeah. Actually,
yeah. Like it's not that it was up
Samoa
there. I
Joe
just think it's
killed it.
been
He
better
killed the
because
momentum, I feel like, yo.
when talking about like prestigious title reigns, I'm not saying Samoa Joe had a prestigious title reign,
Yeah.
but his title reign he was doing some cool work. I feel like I really haven't seen Swerve do much aside from like some cool matches. I really want to like I really
Given
want
that-
I'm going to hold you to that real quick. So with Cody Rhodes.
I'm not.
Roman Reigns,
I'm not.
prestigious title
Here we
run,
go,
right, when you
bro.
put
Here we
Cody
go.
Rhodes
I'm
at a
not.
prestigious title run.
I'm not disagreeing,
Oh,
bro.
no.
I've said it's been cool
If-
matches. I haven't said that there's been a cool feud. I think that Swerve right now, what he needs is.
Well, I'm just saying, I want to compare the two right now.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve versus Cody Rhodes. Would you say Cody Rhodes had a cold championship run so far?
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say it's been cold. I still think that he's pretty
He's
over.
doing
I
the
just
same
don't
thing
feel the
Swerve's been doing,
same.
though.
I don't feel the
I think they're
same
both-
energy with Swerve right now. It might just be because of the product, though.
Kenny juggling.
You know what I'm saying? It might just be the
Okay.
product.
I just wanted to see if you want to keep it real just now, and I don't feel like you did.
I'm
but
keeping
let's go
it
ahead.
real. Bro, both of them, they haven't had any interesting feuds.
Okay, that's
they've
all
had
I was
good
asking. I
they've
just wanted
had
to
good
see you admit
matches,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that it's more of a result of the product. I just don't feel like Swerve is as hot, and same with Cody, but I just feel like Cody goes into an arena, people are still yelling. Swerve, I'm just like, all right, like I can't get it with him yet. So I'm hoping that he gets it
Swerve is
together.
not Cody Rhodes. Let's just, you can't put the horse in front of the carriage. Swerve
Fair
has
enough.
to get to that point where he's Cody Rhodes. I think if Swerve went to WWE, he could get there because he's kind of hot right now. But in AEW, his first title run, I mean, he's got to put some reps in. But I just don't know if he's got the guys in there to work with him to get him to that point where he's through the moon. JR said it himself. They've got to get somebody hot. And there's nobody hot right now who's going to keep Swerve hot. Just like in WWE, I feel like there's nobody hot enough who's going to keep Cody Rhodes at that level he was before WrestleMania. So it's really just a problem in wrestling right now.
Yep.
But I think if they did take the belt off of him, it's like an emergency decision more than making him a transitional champion. We got to get
That'd
this
be
thing
crazy,
right. I'm
man.
sorry, we're kind of sacrificing you here, but we got to go in a different direction. I think that's where it is. Omar, I saw you thinking this whole time. Let's get it.
Yeah, keeping it real.
I got so much to say. We're gonna keep this. Look, this the presenter. We're keeping it real goes right. Let's talk about this. You guys want to see a situation where AEW right now, who are struggling with ratings, who are trying to keep people entertained. I think I'll say this. I agree with you guys. I think AEW should take the belt off of Swerve, and I think that it should be done in a shocking way where no one expects it.
Yes.
It will not happen this Sunday or Saturday, whenever the show is. It's not going to happen this weekend. It should be later this summer when Hangman Adam Page makes his return. Because there is one guy who you can hot potato, if you want to say that term, the belt to, without hurting Swerve Strickland. There is one guy you can do that with, and it is Hangman. That is the Shawn Michaels to his Bret Hart, whatever you want to put it. That's his guy. That's his forever feud. And no matter what, you can put yourself in a situation where Swerve has to fight his biggest enemy, because that's the story they're telling here. The story they're telling with Swerve, and they have told ever since this Christian Cage thing kicked off, is Swerve Strickland fighting his past enemies in the form of Nick Wayne, in the form of Christian Cage, people who he has wronged in the past. And there is arguably no one he has wronged way more than Hangman Adam Page. I think Page should come back upon his return from paternity leave. Shout out to him. And I think that he should beat Swerve for the belt, take it off of him. Give me heel Hangman Page as champion for like 3-4 weeks. And then all in, all out, whenever you want to do it, put the belt back on Swerve. Have him hold that belt up in victory in a better position than he was or than he is today. And I think that's going to be able to help with ratings. Because remember, people want to talk about hot potato and stuff. This is not Vince Russo's WCW. Ain't nobody putting the belt on Tank Abbott or David Arquette. Ain't none of that stuff happening.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. But I do think long term that's gonna happen. But Christian Cage is not walking away with the belt this weekend. Swerve will win, but it's about how he wins and how they tell this story in the ring that matters. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yes, and I will say this. I told y'all it wasn't time for Swerve to win the championship, and all y'all said I was crazy. Now look where we are.
Come on, man. It's an easy prediction to make. Obviously, yeah, red is red. But who else is going to win the
people were cooking me
championship?
for it.
Oh, people,
saying.
come on, man. Come on, man. All right. Well, I agree with you guys. I mean, look, Christian is my favorite wrestler again when it comes to AEW. So whatever he's doing, I'm into it. So I'm thinking Swerve is going to win this one as well. It's just not the time, man. He got the title in the last pay-per-view, and they've booked him so weakly. Like, he needs something big right now. That's one thing I can say. Like, you guys were comparing him to Cody Rhodes. I think Cody has been also booked weekly, but like, I guess boringly, let's say, but he's at least at the top of the chain and always at the main event stuff. Swerve doesn't really feel like that in the shows. Like, a lot of people are saying like he should be in the Anarchy in the arena match, for example. And I'm sure from the looks of it, he's gonna get involved with that storyline, in the future. But yeah, this is not the time for him to lose. Like you said, Omer, like no way, no way. He has to keep this title right now. We'll see. We'll see about it later. Hangman Page idea sounds pretty good, but yeah, Swerve is taking this one.
What if Hangman cost him the match? Would that
Right now?
think about this
still too
story?
soon.
Hangman says, "I don't want you to be the champion." So I think if he comes out and costs him the match, then you spin these two off away. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can take it off of him.
But it'd be so much better if he was the one who took the belt off of Swerve.
I think he should have been the champion, and Swerve should have took it off of him. We rushed into this thing.
He was going away. He was going away. That wasn't going to happen.
Well, you could have waited.
Well,
He was not going to wait. That's his
And
challenge.
I didn't know he had a baby. Shouts out to Hangman. I know you're watching this.
I guess an important thing we can say, yeah, shouts out by the way, is that this is the 5th year, the 5th anniversary. That's a big number. That's a good number. And Tony was really happy about it, saying, I have surprises for you. So all these things that we threw out there, they can definitely happen. So
Big
we'll see.
possibilities.
We'll see. Yeah, it's a pretty decent card. Any final thoughts on Double or Nothing? Kenny Bomb?
I don't have any final thoughts, but I want to know what the people think about it. Let
There
us
you
know in
go.
the comment section. Do we get a big shock? Do we get a big swerve? Do we see Gangrel show up? Or
Debuts,
what other surprises
returns,
could we
yeah.
possibly see?